Hey mamas, are you stuck in a rental apartment or a tiny little house that you really don't like and you really wish you had a nicer house or a bigger house or a house you owned, right? Well, then you've got to watch this video because there's one thing you absolutely must be doing if you want to get a bigger house or a nicer house. So, what is that one thing? Well, it is stewarding or taking care of the house or apartment you have. Now, this comes right from the Bible. Luke 16:10 through 13 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much." So if you have not been trustworthy in handling worldly wealth, who will trust you with true riches? And if you have not been trustworthy with someone else's property, who will give you property of your own? Ouch, right? Really? Yeah. Are you discontent with where you are now? I remember being in that spot as a younger mother, right? Being in an apartment in the uh, crime-ridden area of Chicago, and it was not very pleasant, right? And it was just a tiny apartment, and wow, did I long for a house of my own. I remember I babysat um, for a family with a couple kids, and I would go over to their house and watch them through the day. And that way I could take my 1.5-year-old daughter so that I could be with her and yet earn some extra money at the same time. And she loved it. It was great. And you know what I would do during the day is watch the Waltons. I loved watching the Waltons, with 7 kids, and I lived in that nice big old farmhouse in the mountains, and they had chickens, and they were just all happy, and it was just a wonderful family. And here I was with one little kid in an apartment in Chicago, and my dreams did not match with my present reality. And I just wanted I thought even if I had like a yard, just a tiny little matchbox yard, I would be happy. Just some place where my daughter could play. But if only I had that, that would be great. I also remember like cleaning the bathroom, right? I would clean the bathroom, and I remember thinking, if I had, I was cleaning like this cruddy old tile, right? This old tile, it was stained and warped and dirty, and just cleaning around that. And I'm like, if I had a nice new house with nice new tile, cleaning this bathroom would be such a joy, and I would just keep it so nice and clean because it would be brand new tile, brand new bathroom fixtures, and not these old dated ones. And the same with the kitchen, right? It's like it's not so much fun cleaning a kitchen when it's all dated and falling apart, right? You know what I'm talking about? But then years later, I actually realized, well, hey, you might have a nicer house that is your own and is newer tile and newer fixtures. But if you haven't been taking care of the home you had, you're not going to take care of the newer, bigger home that you're going to get. It's just like you don't change overnight. You actually might change for a couple weeks. You might have that initial excitement of getting a new house and love to clean it, but it's that habit. If you're not in the habit of taking care of your home and having those homemaking habits and being a good steward, right? It's not going to translate. It's not going to go over. It just doesn't. It's like needing to be happy and content first before you get married, because marriage doesn't solve your happiness problems, really. You need to be happy and content in yourself. So, again, right? If you're not being a steward of what you have, you're not going to be a good steward of something else that's nicer or bigger. So again, I am going to repeat this verse again because it's so powerful. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. So if you've not been trustworthy in handling worldly wealth, who will trust you with real riches? And if you've not been trustworthy with someone else's property, who will give you property of your own? So if you're wondering why God hasn't given you or blessed you with a bigger house, nicer house, maybe he's waiting for you to steward that which he's already given you. I mean, if you see everything as a gift of God and everything as God's property, which it is, even if you have a rental, that's God's property, that's his provision for you. If you have a tiny little home that's dated, right? That's God's property, right? And we are to take care of that. We are to take care of that and steward that well. And once we steward that well, God sees that we are capable and have the character to handle a larger home or a newer home or a nicer home, right? And that is true in so many different areas. If you are faithful in the little tasks he gives you, right? A lot of times you feel like your life purpose, you're just doing little menial tasks that don't make a difference. And I'm telling you, homemaking and the tasks in child rearing are huge. They seem like little tasks and they seem like they don't mean anything, but they mean a ton, right? Yeah, those in themselves are very valuable. But also, if you take care of your home and do your homemaking skills well, you will be charged and given tasks of greater magnitude, right? That may change the world. This also applies to how you show up every day. Do you show up on time, on a schedule, taking it seriously, your job as a homemaker or a mother or a homeschool mother? Do you dress the part? You know what? If you had a job as a teacher at school, you would get up at a certain time, have a certain schedule, and you would wear a certain outfit, a presentable, professional outfit, right? So why is it any different at home, right? Take your home seriously, your job seriously, your career as a homemaker, as a mother, as a homeschool mother, is just as important, if not more important, than a teacher at a public school. So why not take it seriously? Take it as the high calling that it is, and dress professionally and have a schedule and keep your home environment professional, clean, orderly, right? Order is huge. Order is huge. And beauty, keep your home beautiful, right? Beauty is of God. God created beauty. He created everything in the world good and beautiful and orderly. So we are to steward our homes in the same way. Oh, God is also creative. Obviously, he created so many things, but he created us to be creators, right? So we are creators in our own homes. We are queen of our homes. So act like a queen of your home, steward it well, keep it clean, orderly, and beautiful, and miracles will happen. If you steward the home you have now, you will be entrusted with more later, and you will be blown away. So I challenge you, young mamas, to take it seriously. Take seriously your job of stewarding your home and your children, your marriage, right? And see what happens. I think you might be blown away that just planting that seed of stewarding what you have now will totally pay off later. Oh, and definitely check out my video, Ditch the Toys. This may help you in stewarding your home and give you some tips that way. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. All right, bye.